Hey there, today we're going to talk about blogging and we're going to talk about how to write a killer about me page for your blog. And at the end of this blog post or this video, I'm also going to have a free worksheet for those that want to have something like a cheat sheet where what they can use to fill out to create their about me page. So why is about page? What is about the about page, and why is one of the most important pages on your blog? The About page is likely to become one of the most popular and also most useful pages that your blog will have, because if somebody's not familiar with you and they just come across your blog or your website, this is where they're gonna go to skip scrolling through different pages and going through different posts to find out what you're about and also what your blog is about. So I think it's one of the most important pages and probably just as important as the home page. So crafting an A+ about me page requires more than just taking a picture with your iPhone of yourself or your something in your life, or just throwing a couple of pages about what you have done so far in your life. It's just more than that. There's several steps that you should take when considering creating an about me page. So today we're gonna walk through some of the most important ones, and I'm gonna explain to you what are some of the benefits from creating a killer about me page. So if you think, or if you say that you don't have talent writing, I hope that this worksheet and this video will help you overcome that fear or overcome that limiting belief that you have that you're not a good writer. You don't have to be the best writer in the world to write an about me page, but you need to think before you write. You need to write the page, create a page with a purpose. It's not just about your life story. Yes, it's gonna be about your life story, but it's gonna be much more information that's gonna be needed in this. So I also forgot to introduce myself. So if you don't know me, my name is Andrea Floresco, and I am a creative brand strategist. I help entrepreneurs grow their businesses through high profile or high value coaching and consulting services, launch digital products, and build powerful online presences. I can be funny, I can be sarcastic, I always tell the truth, and I want you to learn what I know so you can create the best brand or the best online presence for yourself or your business. So consider me the go-to girl for all things that they're creative, they're colorful, they're bold, they're in your face, and sarcastic, like I said. I'm an organizer, so I use management tools. I help you design, or I actually design for your website. I also help you build your website. I'll help you, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a coach, whether you're somebody that's still working and trying to figure out what else they could do so they have this life that they always wanted. I'm all about having a freedom lifestyle. Freedom lifestyle, not necessarily, you're being in jail, but freedom to make the choices that you want to make in your life, not being dependent on schedule, not being dependent on money, not being dependent on really anything. So I'll help you figure out these things that will get you stuck or unstuck. And also I'm going to help you create some of the most badass websites, brands, and social media strategies that you will ever have. I also make my own courses because, like I said, I want to teach you what I know. So let's get back to our About Me page. Are you ready to make this About Me page a hell of a lot easier? If you're ready, then, type in the comments if you watch this live, or type in the comments if you're watching this video on YouTube. Heck yeah, and I'm gonna walk you through each step by step. I'm gonna explain you how you can get it done so you can create a killer about me page regardless if you are talented in writing or you think you're not talented at all. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk about the value that you want to give to your readers. It's not just enough that you wake up one morning and you want to have a website. It's so much more that comes into your website. This is one of the biggest things that you need to think about when you're deciding about your business or your website. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing and why you're sharing what you want to share. It's important to know what you want to share, but it's also important why you want to share it. So your About Me page should include all these things about the values that you plan to give to your reader or to your audience. People want to learn about you, not just read who you are. They want to learn. They want to learn with you. They also want to know who you are, how you are going to help them, how you got to where you are right now. So before you start writing the About page, get clear on what it makes your blog really useful for anybody who wants to read it and who your blog is intended for. So basically your ideal customer or avatar, or people call it in many different names. Like I said, I'm gonna have at the end of this video a free worksheet, so stay tuned until the end because I'm gonna have more explanation on this on the worksheet. Now the second thing you need to think about is who is your site for, not just what is the value, but like I said before, who is your perfect customer, who is your perfect avatar. So on the About Me page, you should start maybe with something that, the year you launched your website and why you launched your website. So for example, my website, I launched it in 2016. Actually, I launched it before, but I kept changing it. I kept deleting it. So the official launch is in 2016, and I launched it as a community for people that want to go through what I want to go through. So at that point, I was leaving my corporate job. I was trying to figure out things online. So I wanted this to be a community for people that are looking into extra or different ways to create extra income, or having a side hustle or something that would replace their job. But then I transitioned in less than 2 years into a community for creative entrepreneurs, bloggers, and small business rock stars that are quickly growing, or they want to grow their business quickly. They're go-getters, and they're from anywhere in the world because my audience and my clients are from all over the world. So did you see what I did here? Did you see that I did this intentional? All these things that I said when I launched my website, why I launched it, who I launched it for, all that, it was intentional because I wanted to attract the right people. I wanted my About Me page to answer or to speak to the right audience. I want them to know what I'm all about. I want them to know what I did before I started blogging, why I started blogging, and why I have this website. I wanted them to immediately realize that this website, although it's my website, it's not all about me. It's about them. It's about anybody that went through or want to go through what I went through. So I highly recommend specifying who your website is for so that you can quickly connect with your readers. That's super, super, super important. Now, some of the people that will come to your website will not be, let's say, people that work in the corporate world, or they're not going to be people that want to leave their jobs, or people that want to be bloggers, or people that want to be entrepreneurs, or small business rock stars. They're going to be people from all walks of life. But, that's okay because not everybody's going to be your audience. Just like, if you're selling something, a product, not everybody's going to be your ideal customer. Let's say, for example, you have a skincare product. Yes, everybody has a skin, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's the right person for your website or for your product. So that's why I don't think everybody that comes to my website is the right audience for my website. Yes, I want a lot of traffic, but to me it's more important to have the right people putting eyeballs on my website. So if they're not the right kind of people, then they may exit out of your site and maybe never come back, but that's okay. But like I said, I want to talk to my tribe. I want to talk to my kind of people. I don't want to talk to everybody. It's very exhausting and it's a lot of work, and you're not going to be able to please everybody. You know that, just like in everything else. Okay, so now we talked about who is your site for and what value you give to your readers. So you create a couple sentences, which is super cool, but we need to talk about what is the bio of your website, not you in actuality. Your potential readers are more interested in learning about how your site is going to benefit them, not What was your journey through something that might not be even related to your website. So before you get into your personal bio, which we're going to talk about it, we're going to add a little bit about the personal bio, but I think your website's bio is more important. Here are some of the questions that I think you should answer. So first question is, why should somebody read your blog? You can use sentences that if you like X, Y, and Z, or, this and that and the other, whatever, you'll feel right at home. Make them feel at home. Make them see that information that they're looking for. Now, the second question is, what will they get out of your post? Are they going to get maybe fashion inspiration or fashion tips or skincare tips or mommy tips or travel tips or business advice, or are they gonna be in a community that is supportive, maybe for women, or maybe, um, you know, um, millennials, or let's say women over 50, whatever it is, you should let them know what to expect. Next, you're going to answer another question that is very helpful for anybody that comes to your About Me page. Is you should talk to them or explain to them, what kind of posts are you going to write? Are you going to have a series on a certain topic, maybe that they are interested in? If you do, then where should they start? Should they go through all the way to the beginning from when you started writing blog posts, or should they maybe search something in a search bar, or go through categories, or go to a specific page? You should let them know what they're gonna get out of your post. And then another question you should ask is, why people should see you as this authoritative figure? Why do you have credibility? This one is kind of flexible. I mean, you should have some testimonials, some tutorials. You don't necessarily have to have big and famous names in whatever industry you're in, or whatever, whoever you collaborated. Yes, they should be people that are highly respected. Yes, there should be people that they already have some kind of following and experts. That always helps. But you could also let them know that you have experience in whatever is your topic about, but also that you're still learning about maybe that topic as well, and also a lot of other things. But you should definitely inform them that even if you're still learning, you like to share things that you are coming across, especially if you know that people that are reading your blog, they will be interested in. Then another question you should answer is, then how did you get started? Like I said, I started a few years back when I decided to quit my corporate job. I had no idea what I want to do, how I'm going to do it. I gave myself about a year to figure it out. And in that year, I tried different things. Some things worked, some things didn't. Blogging kind of stuck with me. I love creating. It's a different kind of creating. I'm not a crafty person. I can cook decently. I'm not going to say I'm the best cook, because I still have a lot of things to learn. I just do basic stuff. Stuff that I can do in like 30 minutes or less, preferably. So, just a little bit of history of how you get started. What's your passion? Just tell your story. Okay, next we're going to move into your personal bio. Now, this is where you can talk a little bit about yourself. You can share things from your life that may relate to your blog. We don't care what you did in the 3rd grade, the 4th grade, what your mom or grandma did. It has nothing to do with your journey in having this blog or having this website. If you share random facts, some people might be interested in, but the majority of people, they don't care if it doesn't have anything to do with your blog. So it's okay to include some random stuff, but if you do, use things that people can relate to, and maybe like what area you live in, maybe state. Obviously don't give them your address, but just your geographical location, maybe some of the hobbies you're into, other things that people can use to connect to you, because you don't want to be the one chasing people. You want them to come to you. You want them to find that information that they can use to connect to you. Now, here's a tip. Don't write just about these things in your personal bio, because like I said, this page is about your blog, not about yourself. Now, you write about who you're writing for, what value you're going to give people, what kind of information they should expect, a little bit about your website's history or how you got started, a little bit about you. But there's one thing that people forget, and this is super important. And that one thing is to add a call to action in everything you do on your website, whether it's a page, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a widget, whether it is something on the bottom, whatever it is, you need to add a call to action or a CTA. If you're reading this blog post, I'm going to refer to it as CTA. It's just shorter. But if you don't know what a CTA or call to action is, it's something that encourages your readers to do an action that you tell them to do. So, for example, you might want to connect with them on social media. Then your call to action should be, hey, let's connect on Facebook. Or the same with any other social media. Same with Instagram, same with Twitter, same with Snapchat, same with Google Plus, same with LinkedIn. Those are the big ones. But it should be something like, hey, if you want to get connected with me, sign up for my newsletter or subscribe to my newsletter. Or anything else you want them to do. Place your call to action not just on your About Me page, but everywhere else. Not just like at the end, other places on your page as well, but also everywhere else on your blog. Like I said, every piece of content that you have on your blog should have a call to action. So I think these are some of the most important things that you should include in the About Me page. Now, if you want my free worksheet that goes with this, that helps you create this kind of content, then let me know below. Like I said, if you're watching this maybe on Facebook or YouTube, if you're reading my blog post, I'm going to have a call to action in your blog post, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Typically there should be a form, or I'm going to send you to a link where you should get it. So if you find value in this, feel free to share. Also, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you had any value, if this is useful. If you have any question, I love to know what are some of the things that get you stuck, because I want to help you get unstuck. And, let's connect on Facebook. You can find me on facebook.com/Andrea_blog. Also, I'm on Instagram and Pinterest. I'm actually all over, but I'm focusing on all these three. So, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Also, subscribe to my newsletter, and I will see you in the next video.